I stand. You ate that up so bad. You ate that up so bad. I can't. She ate that.
That shit was dumb as fuck. Like, no.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Just a Girl Show. My name is Janine. If you are new here, if you're new, of course, hit that subscribe button. Turn your notifications on so you never miss an episode. And if you are a subscriber, welcome back to the channel. So for those who are new here and don't know much about me and my content, I started making content in this form on these topics on TikTok. And I had many viral moments. I dealt with a lot of hate, some that have went really far to try to affect my livelihood. And the hate came from Black women, period. Right? That was who was giving me all the hate, who was trying to attempt to, shall I say, because one thing for sure, I'm always covered by God. But they were trying to find ways to try to stop me, or just affect my livelihood from my job, my family, all those things, right? Just spreading a bunch of lies, a lot of misinformation just to try to take the attention off of me that I was receiving. And one thing that I think people always were, I guess, confused about was I never took the approach of coming back and being hateful and vengeful to those people, right? Because it doesn't do anything for me. I know my intentions. I know that God knows my intentions, and me speaking out on these problems and the issues in our community is not a bad thing, right? No matter who takes it that way. But unfortunately, women do what they do, and then they get bitter and they get mean and they become hateful and they leave the most nastiest comments and they do the most heinous things, never thinking about what could happen to them based on what they've done to me or anybody else, right? And I'm gonna share this video of this clip of this woman deciding to take actions into her own hands regarding a comment that was left in on one of her videos.
Oh shit. Oh, I think this is the right building. I think this is his car. All right. Let's see how this goes.
Hello?
Hello. I'm looking for a mic. Does a mic work here?
Yeah.
Can I speak to him?
Sure. What's this about?
Are you Mike?
Yeah.
Can I step inside? It's cold.
Sure.
Thank you. How you doing? Nice. So, a couple days ago, you left a comment under somebody's comment section. Do you remember that by any chance?
Not really.
It was regarding Tennessee, District 7. Yeah, well, John, you don't know me, I don't know you, but I was that person that you commented under.
Oh.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Crazy world. But I just wanted you to know, you see how easy I found you? It's not cool, right?
No.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give you the opportunity and apologize, or I'm gonna show your wife the grounded account I found. How do you feel about that?
Not yet.
Right. It's crazy world out here. So I did make this apology. In case, you don't have to. I understand it's hard, but all you have to do is read this nice little apology I wrote. Thank you. Go ahead.
Mike. Do apologize for my actions. And I see the consequences of my actions. And I will not do
Say it louder.
I will not do this to anyone else ever again.
Oh, good job, Mike. Thank you. I'll take that back from you. Yeah, I need that for other people. It was really nice meeting you. And
so she drove 3 hours. Again, I don't know if this is a skit. I'm going off of what has been presented on the internet and what people are talking about. So allegedly she drove 3 hours to confront a man who left a racist comment in her comments regarding her discussing something about District 7 or something like that. And she went there to address him. Now, let me make this very clear. I would never, ever advise a woman to go somewhere that she does not know. Going into someone else's establishment, into someone else's place is a very dangerous thing. And this is a Black woman, as we can see. And I feel like our Black woman, I'm big and bad, I'm like a man, I could do whatever I want. She put herself at risk. Let's make it all the way clear. This is a very dangerous situation that it could have ended so poorly because you don't know who you found him, but you don't know what you're going to find when you find that man.
And to that lady that drove 3 hours away to confront that man that come and got her purse, That shit was not cool. I don't find shit funny or standing on business about driving 3 hours away to confront a grown ass man that had every right to defend himself. Everybody talking about that's what you're supposed to do. No. You don't go to nobody's job. And for one, give them a paper to make them read. Now, if he would have stole her ass or did anything else, then what? That shit was not cool. It's something mentally wrong with her ass, because it took you to find that man IP address, to find where he worked at, for you to even drive 3 hours away. And then not only that shit was dumb as fuck. Like, no, I don't like that at all. It was not cool at all.
So let me share with you guys what he actually said as well, and let's come back and talk about that.
This is the comment that Mike had to apologize for. Juneteenth, Martin Luther King Day, Black History Month, Kwanzaa, and the list keeps getting bigger. At what point will you people be grateful and stop fucking whining? I'm just here because black people fatigue. I'm tired of the unruly N-word mentality and lack of basic home training. It has nothing to do with whining. I'm not sure if you have noticed, but a lot more white folks ... The options were apologize or I show your wife the Grindr account that I found.
You think you crazy? He could be crazier, right? But because we have this, again, I could do whatever I want. I'm big and bad. I'm going to go confront him. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Then you have this happening. And I'm just like, there's two sides to it, right? There's a side that when you think you could just say whatever you want to people and you are so scotch-free and you're not. Because trust me, I have been able to find certain things about people just based on doing information. Like if you're going to be somebody who's going to be out here trying to dox people and affect their livelihood, you should have your stuff so closed, so tight that no one can find anything about you if you're going to be that nasty, hateful person in people's comments making videos. But they're not smart enough. They do a whole bunch of talking, because this is just who they've always been until they find the right one. Right? So again, he, opened her. It's just crazy because it's like he just let you in the door. You just came in because it was at his job, right? And I just think that it's unfortunate because you can't, even for him, you can't just say what you feel, even if it's not the nicest. I'm not condoning anyone saying anything hateful in people's comments or racial, but everyone has an opinion, whether we like it or not. So even for him, did he deserve for her to confront him about what he said? I don't think so either. I don't think either one of them deserved any of it. But it is what it is. This is what freedom of speech is. And then many people are talking about it. And I'm going to share a few of those videos and let's come back and talk about it.
So I think we all have seen the video of the lady that drove 3 hours to go and confront the guy who made a really crazy ass racist comment, I guess, on one of her videos. I'm not here to say whether she's right or wrong, but I would like to use this opportunity to say to some of you, let's at least pause and acknowledge things could have gone a very different way. For all the people who were in the comments who were like, listen, she won, she's right, she should, I totally agree with her. She kept that same energy when she rolled up on him, and I would have done the exact same thing because, say it to my face, y'all were ready for the smoke, right? Here's my question to you. What would you have done if she rolled up on you?
And the woman who drove 3 hours to confront the man who left a racist comment under her video is dead the fuck wrong. Because why would she go confront him like that and not invite me to go with her? Not only did she confront him in person to show him how easy it was for her to find him, but she made him read aloud an apology to her that she had written for his actions. She ate that. I've said this before, there should be a TV show where people who leave racist, homophobic, misogynistic, any sort of bigoted comment, they should be confronted in person, because I know for 99% of you who leave comments like this, if you were confronted in person, you would be as quiet as J-Lo's songs would be if she didn't steal vocals from black women. We have to make racists afraid again. They have this newfound boldness because of the wannabe dictator or dictator, depending on the day in office. But for the majority of them, their boldness begins and ends behind the keyboard. Let this be a friendly reminder, and I'm going to hold your hand with a napkin between when I say this. You're not as anonymous as you might think you might be online. One day, y'all are going to meet the right one.
Billy, you may. Hey, let me in your page. I saw your video earlier this morning, and I can't say I would drive 3 hours to do, but I'm liable put hands and feet on people. But now your page is private. Let me in. I'm a fan. Let me in. I want to be in. I sent you a request. Let me in.
You're not who you think you are. And I'm going to tell you why. Because a lot of people is out here like, I'm not the one, rah, 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 don't play with me. But unless you're willing to drive 3 hours with an apology note pre-written, hand-set apology note to your aggressor, give them a choice, mind you, on whether or not they want to read it. Make them then read it louder. Threaten no violence. And get them to read it and then collect it. Because you might need it again later. Almost sending out a bird call like, I'm willing to do this again to whoever's watching. Unless you're willing to do that, you're not who you think you are, but you know who is. You know who is exactly who she thinks she is? Yeah, she's exactly who she thinks she is. And I, for one, I stand, honey. I stand. You ate that up so bad. I can't.
And let me just tell you something. That woman is unhinged and she needs to be in jail. Now, I know y'all saw that woman who went and drove 3 hours to go and demand an apology from that white man, Mike. That woman is unhinged. I hate to say it. But then I saw the comment that he posted under her Facebook post. And I was like, you know what? Hell yeah. So this is the comment right here. And he said, Juneteenth, MLK Day, Black History Month, Kwanzaa. The list keeps getting bigger. At what point will you people be grateful and stop fucking whining? First of all, this is the prime example of fuck around and find out. And it was crazy because he was up there scared. He was up there. She wrote the apology. He actually read the apology. You up there scared.
So you saw that. Once again, I do not think that I would not put myself at risk for something like this. Like, what was the point? Again, we have this I don't play with me complex. And I think it's a very dangerous complex to have as women, especially as Black women. We claim people are always so dangerous. We're so unprotected. People hate Black women. And for somebody who left a racist comment, why would you just be so freely willing to just drive 3 hours allegedly to confront that person? No fear, no worry. That's wild to me, in my opinion.
So I drive 3 hours to have someone who got real froggy and disrespectful in my comments read an apology letter that I wrote myself to prove a point. And now the internet is telling me that I won or that's my type of carrying on. I agree with y'all that people on the internet are too brazen, too arrogant, too full of themselves. They have what I like to call keyboard carriage. But that's in totality. It's the people who say crazy stuff to you, but also the people who feel as though they too good that people shouldn't try them, right? That lady, I don't care what y'all say, put herself in a dangerous situation. And y'all can't tell me, I know for sure it was a white man who she went up against, because had it been a Black man, that would have probably went a lot different. And two, I'm just going to speak on me. I don't talk about people crazy on the internet. Oftentimes, when I talk to people crazy, it's in response to what they say to me in my comments because of my videos. But if that was me in that situation, one, I don't like people randomly pulling up on me. Secondly, I don't respond well to threats and ultimatum, and a lot of people don't. Take, for instance, if that lady was in Texas and you pull up and threaten people like that, you're going to get shot. And y'all can go up here and bump her up and all that and say, oh, everybody ain't to be played with on the internet. She's going to give someone else the boldness they damn sure shouldn't have. Do not think because someone says something crazy to you in your comments that you can pull up to them and drive 3 hours and do whatever. Y'all already think that you so bold and go doxing people and showing their addresses on the internet and all that nonsense. Y'all, that lady gonna get y'all asses beat or killed. Don't repeat that nonsense that her crazy ass didn't perpetrate.
You need to have the proper, if you feel, which again, a comment does not warrant this. Like you can be, again, you're at more risk for you to do all that, from harassment to coercion, whatever it might be. I don't know. I don't know what's going to come from this or if anything has come from it thus far. But what I will say is, I think our mentality as Black women has led to us being comfortable doing something like this by ourselves, right? Then there are some people who feel it is a skit, and I'm going to share that video and let's come back and talk about it.
I don't believe that story one bit. That lady going 3 hours out of her way to go to somebody's job to tell them about a racist comment. One, because she just seemed too comfortable when she got there, to me. The guy doesn't seem surprised at all when she gets there. And you can kind of tell when things are like a skit, and it almost seemed like skittish to me. Do you know what I mean? Am I making sense? And the fact that he didn't call 911 when she showed up to his job unannounced says a lot too.
Now, I agree with this creator because I can't tell. I just think it's, again, I'm not saying you can't. I'm not going to sit here and say like somebody can't really stand on business, quote unquote business, and wanted to confront that person. I don't know. But it just seems too, I don't know. It just seems like he was too well. I don't know. I just don't, I can't get a good gauge for it. But again, I'm going to take it as face value, take it for what it is. And this is where we are. And I think that the point of it is we have to be mindful as people that you think you can play with people because you have always done it until you find and meet the right person. Going to confront someone is never okay. And when you are in a foreign place, somewhere that you are, it's very dangerous, right? But also when you decide, again, when you're leaving comments and you making videos, and this social media has went so far that you could be at risk yourself. Just like, again, people can be found. And that's my thing about these women who are always running their mouths, or men too, right? Because this is a man, but women, I'm speaking from my experience, running their mouths and always got something to say and all of this. And they just walk out here freely and they don't know who or when or what someone's going to do to them based on what they've done. Thank God I'm a logical, woman. I'm not overly emotional. I'm not going to let it enrage me that I got to go out and try to defend myself or harm you for what you did to me. That's just not who I am. And I think that that's one of the things I think for women who've said things about me that they think, oh, well, she's a punk, whatever. She's not going to say anything. So we could just keep going. Because again, I'm not addressing women who are beneath me. I'm just being all the way honest. I'm not going to sit there and make a video about you because I'm giving you power. I'm giving you a platform, and I'm not using my platform to address anybody individually. I speak in general. And speaking in general about Black women has come with a lot of hate. But again, you got to be mindful. You don't know who you're talking about. You have no idea. So you want to protect yourself or be at risk of somebody doing this to you. And then what? Now, again, I would never encourage anyone to do anything like this, to confront somebody, especially a woman. So I want us to be mindful about our choices and our actions, about how we choose to use our words, because you never know what's going to come from what you type and you report on in the social media world, because it can definitely go beyond that and somebody can get hurt. And that's not what we don't want that. We want to just be able to say our opinions, go on, you could be mad, whatever, but it's just an opinion. So, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. Drop it down below. If you like the video, of course, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.